Or not, millions of Californians have already gotten a COVID-19 vaccine, but millions more are hesitant or don't want it. And that decision is taken on greater urgency tonight as the Delta variant causes cases to spike again.
Well, now a Mid-Wilshire doctor is recruiting volunteers to test an experimental injection which could offer instant immunity, she says, instead of the weeks of waiting that come with the current vaccines. CBS 2's Amy Johnson reports.
Could a pandemic from the past help some people fight COVID-19? Local researchers suspect it might. They're testing antibodies.
Created from the B cells, the memory cells, of a survivor from the SARS-CoV 2003 epidemic.
In 2003, a coronavirus originating in China terrified the world, causing a life-threatening severe acute respiratory syndrome similar to COVID-19. Though the 2003 pandemic ultimately fizzled out, the blood and plasma from those who survived has been studied ever since. One 2003 patient in particular had an especially powerful immune response, and amazingly,
that survivor ended up also having coverage for MERS and SARS-CoV-19.
Researchers were able to isolate antibodies from this SARS survivor, grow them in a lab, and are now testing whether they could help in the fight against COVID-19.
This is a one-time injection.
Hello, hi. Dr. Leidy Hazen is running the COVID antibody trial at Axis Clinical Trials in the Mid-Wilshire area.
Are you in contact with people who may be positive for COVID?
We're looking for people at risk.
That means unvaccinated people recently exposed to COVID, healthcare workers who care for COVID patients, or people who haven't been vaccinated due to a medical condition. For instance,
immunocompromised,
or someone
who has comorbidities.
Unlike protection from vaccines, which typically takes 2 weeks to build, antibody protection is effective immediately.
So the minute you leave my clinic, you've got immunity.
And that's assuming it works. Antibody treatment for COVID isn't new. President Trump received Regeneron's antibody infusions when he was hospitalized with COVID. So did New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. But this experimental antibody, while maybe promising, has not yet been proven safe or effective.
A clinical trial essentially is experimental, right? This is still investigational, and this is something you need to keep in mind.
For more on the antibody trial, just go to our website, cbsla.com.